right, good morning guys. Can you hear me in the back? Thumbs up for me. Awesome, very good. Welcome to Lake Tobias. My name is Derek. I'm going to be your tour guide today. Just a few things I got to go over before we get out there. First thing is, while the bus is moving, I do ask that you please stay seated. Keep your head, your hands, and your arms inside the bus at all times, alright? But when the bus is stopped, you are allowed to get up, move side to side, interact with the animals. That's perfectly fine, okay? When I turn the key back on, that'll be your cue to sit back down for me, alright? Are you guys planning on feeding animals today? Real quick, raise that food for me. Awesome. Alright, very good. We do ask that you only feed what you got from the safari station, so whether that's your pellets, your carrots, or your popcorn, alright?
Alright.
Other than that, I don't have any rules for now. You guys ready to go see some animals? Yeah? Alright,
okay.
Here we go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Wait, they're new. Are the donkeys new? I was gonna say they were not here like 2 years ago.
Alright guys, so we head out here to our first stop. I do like to get to know who's on my bus. So give me a shout if you're from Pennsylvania. Woo! Alright, very good. Give me a shout if you're from somewhere other than Pennsylvania.
Woo!
Yeah, where are you coming from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. You know, this is interesting. I'm going to just say this. So every time I have someone on my bus from North Carolina, they're almost always louder than the rest of the people on the bus. And there's always just a few of them. So it's pretty amazing. You guys are great.
Hey, thanks.
So these are our donkeys, but we're going to move up here just a little bit because I want to stop on the top of the hill here. I don't want to stop on the turn. But don't worry, they'll follow us up here. Also get a little bit of shade too. Alright guys, so those donkeys are going to follow us up here. If you get your food out, they'll definitely follow you. Here they come.
Are they coming?
They're coming.
Okay.
No one over here, no one over here. No one.
Come on, get on this side.
Hey, where's your food?
Because this is where the donkey is, bud.
So these are Poitou donkeys. They come from the Poitou region of France. They are the largest breed of donkey in the world. Now we almost lost them. They almost went extinct. So the Industrial Revolution brought the tractor, and that basically took these guys' jobs away because they're mainly used as a work animal in the fields. And so when the tractor was invented and introduced, the farmers were no longer breeding these guys for that purpose anymore. And so in the 70s, we only had about 50 of them left worldwide.
Wait.
With some conservation efforts, though, we have brought their numbers back to about 400.
Give me this.
But it is kind of a slow process. Two reasons for that is their gestation period is about 12 to 14 months, and so they don't have babies very often.
I'm sorry.
And another reason is when the babies are being born, there's about a 25 to 30% chance of them surviving.
Get a carrot, quick.
And so they are kind of a difficult breed to raise.
Okay, got it.
But this year, we actually have 3 babies.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to see those a little later, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 of them are out here. We have, is there one out here? Is it the black one?
Yeah, there was a baby sleeping.
All right, so if you've seen the black one, if he's back at the back of the bus there, maybe. His name is Waffle. He's about a month old. And the other one we have out here, his name is Swiss Roll. And he's about 2.5 months old at this point. So we do have a few more of them. I think that's actually Swiss Roll. If you look
Nolan, you want
front
to see
left
one?
of the bus, on the other side of the other lane over there, you'll see 3 more donkeys, and the one closest to us, that is Swiss Roll.
Don't waste them all. Okay,
So
we're
it's
gonna
nice
have
to see
other
that
animals.
the Poitou donkeys, with the 3 we have this year, the Poitou donkey here is not only surviving, but it is thriving, and so we're very grateful for that.
All right.
There's nobody here right now, I think.
On the right then, guys, we have our white-tailed deer enclosure. You'll see a few under the shelter right here as we drive by. Might be able to pick a few more out. So, who here has seen a white-tailed deer before? Raise your hands for me. All right, very good. So if you're from Pennsylvania, North Carolina, any of the eastern states here, very common. Really anywhere throughout the U.S., they're really common.
Okay.
So the white-tailed deer, they get their name from, obviously they have a white tail. The bottom side of their tail is white. And when they feel threatened, what they're going to do is they're going to raise that tail, poof out that white hair, shake it side to side. That's called flagging. And that's going to tell the rest of the herd that, hey, I don't like what I'm seeing, I don't like what I'm smelling, let's get out of here. And so you'll see the herd run away.
Okay.
So with deer species, only the males grow the antlers. And so we're going to see quite a few deer species out here today. We have our white-tailed deer, we have our European fallow deer, and we have our North American elk. The elk are actually with that other bus right now. But one thing I need to say about all 3 of those before we move on here. So right now they're in a very sensitive stage called velvet. So their antlers, if you see the ones up here, their antlers look really soft and fuzzy. There's a kind of like a hair-like covering over those antlers. And I ask that when we're close to these animals that we do not touch their antlers, okay? We can stroke their noses, pet them, that's perfectly fine. But if we touch that velvet, what can happen is it can rip, and then it'll bleed, and it'll injure the animal, right? So we don't want to do that. And when we get over to those European fallow deer, I'll point a few other things out that are going on with them right now.
Okay.
But for now, we're going to go see if we can find our next animal.
Okay.
I do ask that when we're pulling away from animals like this, if you could please refrain from feeding them. That way they don't get used to receiving food from a moving bus. And if you are feeding them, I do ask that you throw it beyond the bus, okay? So don't just drop it straight down.
All right.
That way they're not tempted to come close to the moving bus. So here you'll get a better look at some of those white-tail we have under the shelter there. 2 bucks, and there's a fawn right against the fence here. So if you're on the right side, make sure you see that. It's very cool to see fawns. We are in baby season, so we are, well, baby season I guess was actually April, May, and June. And so right now we do have a lot of different babies out here. So it's really cool out here right now. So you might have been noticing some of the large birds that both were in the safari station and now you saw a few out here. We're going to see a lot of large birds out here. Let's see if we can see some right now so I can explain them to you. Of course, when you want to talk about them, they're nowhere to be seen, right? But the ones in the safari station, the ones with brown feathers and the blue head neck area, those are called emus. They're from Australia. They are the 2nd largest flightless bird in the world. You do have to be a little careful with those guys because they have this bad habit of trying to sell car insurance. Watch out for them. Then on the right, over there towards the tree, you see the thunderstorm gray birds and the white one there. Those are called rheas. So rheas are the 4th largest flightless bird and they come from South America. So if they're the 4th largest and emus are the 2nd largest, who can tell me the 1st largest? Ostrich, very good, right on it. So we did at one point have the ostrich out here on this tour, but an ostrich can grow to 8 feet tall, and so for reference, the side of the bus is about 6 feet. And so with a bird with a very long neck, what it could do is reach in, it could grab your popcorn, your sunglasses, your hat, your small child if you're not careful.
Oh boy.
And so we decided, you know what, it's best to put them in a different part of the park. So we still have them. You'll see them. They're with the zebra and with the bears. Different enclosure, obviously, but over with the tiger as well. So go see them. But with putting them in a different part of the park, I guess you could say they've been ostracized.
Okay.
So we're going to spin around and get a closer look at those animals down to our right here. First, we're going to check out our fallow deer here.
So this is when we went to Texas. This was one of the ones that...
Look how many there are, Nolan.
Right here.
Those are actually what they're supposed to have like stock.
Whoa, this is a lot of dust.
Yep, come here. Blake, get on this side. Come here. Come here.
So these are European fallow deer,
Get up here. Get up here.
obviously native to many different parts of Europe. These guys are the same as whitetail in that, one thing out real quick. So you might see this one right out here, closest to the bus here, has blood on his antlers. Everybody see that?
Oh, yeah, I can see
Okay.
that.
So what's happening right now, they're in the season where that velvet is starting to come off. So that velvet holds blood vessels that help that antler to mature. So each year they're gonna grow out these antlers. And so right now what's happening is the blood is actually drying up at the base of that antler, but there's still excess in that
Save some.
velvet. And so as that velvet starts to come off, that excess blood, that's what you're seeing
Yep,
on
just wait a
that
minute.
animal right now. And so it does not hurt him. What's underneath that velvet right now is actually this very hard bone antler. Okay, so this is what's growing right now, and that velvet is helping this to grow. And once this is fully matured, that velvet's got to come off. And so that's what's happening right now. And so the blood you see
Turn
is
around,
just
Blake.
excess
You get a
blood
picture.
in that
Turn
velvet.
around, look at your nana.
That as they scrape it off, that's what you're seeing.
Look straight. Look, Blake.
Look at that cup of tea.
That's a big animal. News 12, English. DFT News 12.
I'm gonna throw it all the way.
So this process of them shedding their velvet is actually a very special process to see, even though it's a little nasty. So they're only going to be in this stage for probably a week or so. And so to see this is actually pretty rare. Oftentimes you're going to see them either without any velvet on, or you're going to see them just fully in velvet, and they're not going to be in the shedding process. So a very interesting process that's happening right now.
What's up?
So if you're familiar with whitetail,
Okay.
you'll know that to document a trophy size, you're going to count the points. So if you're at 8 points, 10 points, 12 points, you're very big whitetail. But with the European fallow deer, it's not the same way. So they have what's called a palmed antler.
got it.
So again, I have it up here if you want to see it. So instead of counting the points on these, instead you measure across the palm part. And if that's at 9 inches, then you're a trophy size of a fallow deer.
Still have a long way to go.
Also, in comparison with the whitetail, the fallow deer come in 4 different colors, whereas the whitetail just has 1 color. So as you look across here, you are going to see 4 different colors. One of the colors is very similar to a whitetail fawn color. It's kind of a light brown with very distinct white spots. And then there's kind of the medium brown, this one right out here to the right of the bus. That's that medium brown. There's also a dark kind of chocolate brown. And then there's the white. So those are the 4 colors that these fallow deer are going to come in.
Walker, you want this? Help you keep some sun out of your face.
The larger animal you're seeing on the right here, stealing all the food, that is an eland. And the rest of them are up here just a little bit. So we're going to move up to see those.
Coming up right here on
That big one. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 right? It just let me get it. Was it one of those? Yeah, it was like one of those things. No,
Yep, that's what the line is.
boys.
Alright guys, so these are called elands. They are the largest breed of antelope in the world. As this one walks over here, you might notice as it makes a clicking noise in its knees, so they're kind of known for that.
Flies on it.
Good job.
So the natives will often say you'll see
Oh my gosh, there's a
or you'll hear the eland before you see them, and just because of that clicking noise. So that clicking noise is actually coming from an extra tendon that stretches across their kneecap, and as they walk, that tendon is clicking on the cartilage of their knee. So it sounds like it would hurt, but it doesn't hurt. What it actually does is it gives their legs incredible strength, and so they're able to jump 6 feet straight in the air from a standstill. So they're a very large animal to have that jumping ability. But that jumping ability, coupled with those stripes on their back, are defense mechanisms. So the stripes are camouflage, that jumping ability. They only really use that when they are being pursued by a predator. You might also notice they have twists in their horns. So it's a way we can tell how old they are. So the older the animal, the more twists it has. And also it gives their horns incredible strength. So that twist kind of keeps their horns from breaking.
We've got 4 left, so trying to save some.
Yeah, I gave them all of it. I've been feeding them it out of my hand. And they're letting me pet it.
Alright guys, a minute here with the eland, and then we're going to keep moving.
Okay.
See what else we can find out here.
Let's start. Sit down.
So you'll see the giraffes on our left. The giraffes are not part of the safari tour, so I won't be making a specific stop to talk about them. But you can go visit them at any point throughout the day. So if you want to feed them, we actually have designated feeding times. So the next one for you guys is going to be at 1 o'clock. So if you want to feed the giraffes, which I highly recommend you do, it's an amazing experience. You're going to want to go to that giraffe concession stand there and buy the food. So I recommend you be there. We do sell out of it, so be there a little bit before 1. And then on the left, we also have our lions. So when you go and visit the giraffes, make sure you go see the lions as well. So on the left there, you're going to see a rhea nest with 2 eggs in it right now. So the way it works for the rheas is the male will make the nest, and then the female, she'll come lay her eggs. She'll lay one every about 3 days, and then it is actually the male's sole responsibility to both incubate those eggs and then to take care of them once they hatch. So the male ends up doing a lot of the work. We will see a few of those nests. I'll try to point them out to you as animal straight through the draw there. That is a llama.
A llama?
Let's see if we catch up to a few more of those up here.
A llama? Oh my god.
You see the bison up there?
They're so cute. They're so cute.
Come over here. What? Let me see this.
Look at that buffalo right here.
Reach up here.
You want here? Get. Throw one to the llama.
Look, that's not
So these are llamas.
Throw it hard.
They come from South America. They were once raised for their fiber or for their hair, but not so much anymore because their smaller cousin, the alpaca, has kind of taken over for that. They are still widely
You wanna
used as a
feed one?
pack animal, though.
No, you don't throw
As
it.
you feed them, you might notice they have a
They can't
split
see
upper
it.
lip.
Okay.
So
It's
a
okay.
llama doesn't actually have a tongue that it can protrude out of its mouth. So they use that split upper lip to kind of serve as the similar purpose that the tongue would. They use it to kind of finger food into their mouth. They still have a tongue, but they just can't protrude it out of their
Accomplished.
mouth. Who has heard that llamas spit? Some of you aware of that? Hands up if you've heard that llamas spit. Alright,
I've heard,
a
yeah.
couple of you. So it is interesting because a llama doesn't actually have a salivary gland, which means it can't actually produce saliva like we can. So it begs the question, right? So what is a llama spitting?
What is it?
So a llama has a stomach with 3 compartments, and when they feel threatened or they're just agitated at each other, what they're going to do is actually regurgitate whatever's left in that stomach, and they're going to basically projectile vomit on you. So quite a bit worse than spitting, and they can hit you from about 10 feet away, so you're never quite safe. But I'll give you just a few pointers if it's going to happen. So what they're going to do is they're going to stretch your head way up, kind of like that one is in the back there. Then they're going to pin their ears back against their head, kind of like he is right there. And then you're going to see it come up their throat. I'm just messing with you guys. He's not going to spit on you.
Okay.
Again, they only do it, it's a self-defense mechanism, so they only do it when they feel threatened. But if it does happen, just let us all know. That way we can all laugh together, alright?
Okay.
You're good. They'll make us aware before it happens. I don't know. The buffalo bow. It will not sound pretty.
What is that, right?
Right there. He's the big
That's
guy.
a buffalo, right?
No, that's a longhorn. He looks like he's licking a salt lick. But I know. That one's
Yeah,
actually
look at those antlers on that longhorn.
Oh, that's the life right there.
Alright guys, I stopped right here because I want to point out Big Tex over on the right. He's there licking the molasses block. So he is, well, you might notice he has very long horns, so ironically we call them a longhorn. Who knows where longhorns come from? Spain. Good job.
Spain.
So they do come from Spain. They originate in Spain, but we do know them as the Texas Longhorn. The Spaniards brought them over, and the reason we call them Texas Longhorns is because we found them running wild in Texas. And so that's the reason we call them Texas Longhorns. So
Well, just wait.
the world record from tip to tip for one of these guys is 10'9". So
All right.
think of a basketball rim, little higher than a basketball rim. This guy is a little over 7 at this point, so still got a little ways to go yet. Then on the left, guys, we have, I'm going to pull up just a little bit here, guys, so we can see these guys better, right? So you can sit down for me just for a little bit here. We'll slide on up here.
Up top, yeah. And you got more over here. Oh yeah.
Alright guys, we do have quite a few animals right now. I am going to point out the elk as they go by. So the elk are kind of migrating down to the watering hole. They might come down this way, we'll see. But those are North American elk. They are the second largest deer species in the world. Did step in and protected them, and so I was just looking the other week because I was curious. We're at about 450,000 again in North America, so
Nice.
Very thankful for that. Straight out here we have a baby bison, 2 months old at this point, so he's really cute. So the bison will most commonly come in that dark brown color, but you might be noticing the lighter colored ones out here. We have 4 of them. Those are called blonde or golden bison. So the chance of getting one of those at birth is 1 in 10 million.
Wow.
So they're really, really rare. But we actually have 4 of them here, so we're very thankful for that. One of the reasons is our dominant male is a golden bison himself. So that does
What
help.
you want to do? What do you want to do?
He's the very large
You wanna
one
get on
straight
this
out
side?
through here.
Here. You look a little hot. There you go.
So then towards the front of the bus here, front left here, we have the black,
I'm sorry.
haired, shaggy animals here, black and white.
I'm sorry.
These are called Himalayan yaks. So you'll often find these guys living high elevation in the Himalayan mountains. They're most commonly used as a pack animal. You can't. They should move.
Yeah, look at the size of that.
There you go. There you can see the baby yak.
Oh yeah.
Black and white one there on the left. Alright guys, I'm going to stop here just for a little bit just to explain the 2 animals we have here. So straight out there we have Bert,
Hi, Bert.
Hey, Bert.
and he has a brother out here. You can guess what his brother's name is.
Ernie.
You guys are right on it. So Bert and Ernie out here. They are 2 Brahma bulls. So the Brahma bull, they come from India. They are actually a man-made breed, so they're crossbreed between 4 different cattle species, and they're bred for size. So they are the largest cattle species in the world. One sport that some of us may be familiar with, where these guys are used here in America, is bull riding. So if you're familiar with rodeo at all,
Yeah.
a lot of the bull riding bulls are going to be crossed with a Brahma bull.
Oh.
And you'll kind of notice them by that iconic hump they have on their back. Maybe get a better look at that as we go by. Ernie over here. I did want to point him out at Ernie as we drive by here.
He's got a brother out here named Ernie somewhere.
see those two thunderstorm gray rheas laying down there right beside the tree. So there is a nest underneath those guys right now. They're working double duty. It's one nest, but two male rheas sitting on it. So give me a shout if you guys were on this safari tour before.
Woo!
Yeah? Alright, very good. So if you were here before this season, you would remember going into this field on the left. So this year we actually closed that off, we fenced it off, and we are back in the original safari fields that were being used back in 1965 when the park opened.
Oh, nice.
So we've rotated land this year.
Nice.
And you're going to see some of the benefits of doing that. When you let a wooded, especially woods, when you let them rest, it gives the foliage a chance to come back, so the trees are healthy, and then also there's a lot of underbrush that grows up. So we'll see that as we get over into the woods over here.
Okay.
Guys, we are going to get a chance to see Swiss Roll. That's the baby Poitou donkey. It's on the right side here. 2.5 to 3 months old at this point. Then guys, we have our white-tailed deer enclosure again. There is a fawn in the shade right at that fallen tree. You can hardly see him. Got a better look at him maybe on the way back. So white-tailed deer was actually one of the animals that J.R. Tobias brought back with him from Kansas when him and his friends took a trip there. They took their family station wagon and they brought back a deer, white-tailed deer. They brought back a baby bison, a coyote, 2 badgers, 2 bobcats, 2 foxes, 11 animals total, and they put them in the back of this station wagon. So I'm sure that was quite the trip back for them. But when they got back here to Halifax, Pennsylvania, JR noticed that, hey, his family enjoys these animals, his friends enjoy having interactions with these animals, and so that's what inspired him to open the park in 1965.
Nice.
Those 11 animals have now grown to over 700 birds, mammals, and reptiles here at the park.
Awesome.
And that growth is all thanks to customers like yourself. So we don't receive any state or federal funding. And so on behalf of Lake Tobias, thank you for coming out and supporting us today.
Hey, you're very welcome.
One of our missions here is to create an environment where endangered animals not only have a place to survive, but also to thrive. And so that story runs true with our Poitou donkeys, with our bison, animals of those kinds, and other animals throughout the park where they are not just surviving here, but they are thriving. And so thank you for joining with us in that today. I am trying to spot a male rhea with its chicks. It might be up there against the fence. Yeah, that might be it up there. So we had a male rhea. Yep, there they are. There you can see them there. So the eggs hatched this morning. So there's
Oh,
12
very nice.
baby Rios up there. You can kind of see them. Their little necks all stretched up there. So I give you permission to stand up if you need it, if you want to get a picture of those.
Oh.
Look at the little babies. You see the little babies' heads?
We also have a second male Ria on the left. So those chicks are a little older. We're gonna get a little, I just saw them now, so they're not usually over here, so this is cool. So often what happens is these male Rios actually join up and kind of take care of each other's chicks, and so we call that daddy daycare out here. So I'm assuming that this male and that male are gonna get together here and they're gonna just start taking care of each other's chicks. So this guy has 4 with him right now. Again, I give you permission to stand up if you want to see them. These are a little closer, so you get to see them better.
They're so cute!
So on the right, guys, you can now see how that woods has kind of grown back. A lot of underbrush. And so as we make our way down through here, and also when we make the turn down here, we're going to actually bring a path that comes right up through the middle of the woods here. It's a great place to spot other animals, especially babies, so European fallow deer fawns and also elk calves.
I bet you the bear.
Gyre
So keep an eye out for those. If you want to look at the base of trees or beside fallen logs or in thick places of underbrush, those are often ideal hiding places. We might see a few on the right here. I see a few female. There's 3 females up here. I don't see any fawns right now. I see one. That's actually an elk calf.
Oh.
Yep, so that's an elk calf right there beside that tree.
Waiting for his mom to come back. Now, can all the animals that are over on the other side, they come over here too? That's awesome.
Get my last 2 carrots.
Dust. Dang. Thank you.
So now you can kind of see that thick underbrush all the way around us. So when you let land rest for 30 years, that's what happens. All that foliage comes back. Gives a place for our animals like our drama llamas down here on the right to find some shade. So the reason we call them drama llamas is because they've been separated from the main herd all season, and we're not sure what kind of drama they've created for themselves, but they're down here. First thing, I think it's because they know where the shade is and they know where the water is. So that small stream you see on the right there, that is the second water source for animals. That's spring fed. Obviously it's really small, but anytime you have running water like that, there is plenty of water there. A few of our female elk down on the right here.
Oh, there's a baby! Oh, wow. There's a baby right over there.
Yeah. Wow.
Look up there. There's a baby up there. Oh! Look at all that.
So now you're going to see a lot of the European fallow deer females with their fawns. Down and on the right there, down in there hiding right now. Another one right there. Alright guys, I do want to point out these guys real quick to you. So these are our Asian water buffalo. Native to many different parts of Asia. Used mainly as a work animal in the rice fields. So they are a very strong animal with an incredible work ethic, believe it or not. Right now doesn't look that way, but they do. It is a baby there, yep, the one standing up there is a baby. So the Asian water buffalo, they work well in the fields because I wanted to point them out to you, but I don't expect them to join us. So we're going to keep on moving here.
And then there's a baby up there.
Alright guys, as we crest this hill, this is going to be the highest point in the park. So it's going to give you a really good view of the surrounding area. And you'll see our safari fields below us. So on days like today, it is just really beautiful up here. So all the land that we just drove around, there's about 150 acres of it. And our animals here, they do have free range of this 150 acres. And then there's an additional 50 acres for the rest of the park. So it's about 200 total acres here. And then there's around 300 acres surrounding us here that we use to grow a lot of the grains and hay that we feed our animals here. Alright guys, we are headed back to the safari station now. So if you have any food left, that's perfectly fine, don't worry about it. We have other animals here at the park that'll very much enjoy it. So the petting zoo is one of those places. And then just any animal throughout the park here that doesn't have a double enclosure, you can feed that food to. Obviously again, the giraffes, we need to monitor their diet, and so be sure to grab giraffe food from the giraffe concession stand. But if you're looking for something to do next, that's what I would recommend you do. Go over and check out the giraffes. Feeding time is at 1 o'clock. So I think you should be in time for that yet. And while you're up there, make sure you check out the lions. And then there's going to be a reptile show at 1:30 as well, so be sure to check that out. Alright guys, once again, my name is Derek. It's been a pleasure being your tour guide today. One of my goals of doing these tours is that you walk off the bus knowing a little bit more about these animals than what you did when you got on. So I hope that goal was met today. As you exit, do please make sure you have all your personal belongings. And if there's any trash around you, I would appreciate if you take that with you as well.
Yep.